Hi, my name is Theodore, and I'm here today to present you all something that's been bothering me lately. Does that ring a bell? Or maybe this. I assure you, you have all heard these chords many times before. A lot of the songs that you hear in the car, on the radio, on Spotify, or even in the mall are curated, filtered through a formula. What kind of formula? A formula made for maximizing streams, one that's been proven extremely successful these past few decades, and one that people cannot seem to get enough. Thousands, and by that I mean thousands, of songs have been made with these same exact chords, or of course variants of these chords. Now, I've been talking about chords all along here, but what is a chord exactly? A chord is just simply more than two notes played at the same time. So this is a chord, just like this is also a chord. Now, if it makes so much money and people seem to like it, where's the problem? Individuality, expression of a culture, originality are just a few key words that may pop up in mind. Music, at its core, is meant to communicate emotion. It's meant to communicate meaning. It connects hearts and minds across the world, and it celebrates our diversity. But when music follows this fixed formula, it loses all of its originality, and it forces music makers to become trapped within this profit-driven mindset of the music industry. The next question we may ask ourselves is, how can we change this? I am going to take these chords and transform them into genres that originate from many different parts of the world in hopes to show you that even when bound by a formula, I and all the other music makers out there are capable of making original music. First, I started with Africa. Rhythm is a unifying element across all of its traditions. So, I used various African drums and then created a melody inspired by traditional chants and blended it all together within a song to create this modern mix. Next, I explored Asia, where most of its music is rooted within the pentatonic scale, this scale. So, I used Southeast Asian drums and then incorporated with it instruments with Japanese and Korean origins to create a melody inspired by traditional Chinese court music. And finally, to give it more of the modern feel, I transformed it into a genre that we call lo-fi. Oh. Next, I explored Europe. As a mostly European myself, I struggled to define a genre that would summarize all of Europe's music into a single piece. So I drew inspiration from 4 countries: the UK, France, Ukraine, and finally Germany, all known for their underground electronic music scene that then influenced US electronic music. European electronic music at its core is quite repetitive, so my melody for this song is slightly repetitive with later on a softer melody tone, a softer toned melody, sorry. Next is Oceania. I used the didgeridoo as a base for the chords and then built the rhythms around chants like the haka. For the melody, I drew inspiration from the Sydney Opera House, which helped me to build the chords and later on helped me to build the melody. Then, these whole orchestral chords gave me the idea to blend it all within this short piece and make it more modern. Then comes North America. With so many genres to choose from, I decided to blend country music with rock rhythms and incorporating later on traditional North American chants to create a mix of the traditional and contemporary. Lastly, South America. South American music was deeply impacted by the Spanish and Portuguese colonialism in the 1500s. Instead of modernizing it, I chose to preserve its colonial and traditional roots by using these classic 4 chords, and then I will improvise piano on top to show that traditional forms can still shine without having to reinvent the entire genre. introducing originality, embracing where we all come from, and celebrating our diversity as human species, as global citizens, and expressing ourselves, our love for emotion, is how we begin to address this problem. Thank you for listening.